we are pleased to announce our next set of short films here at Hungry Creature Productions. Now, we primarily exist to eventually become an animation studio of our own. Anything else, any of the other shows we make is kind of like secondary. Ideally, we want to be making these short films all the time, but they take a long time to make. Yeah.
Well, because it's basically you.
We've released on this channel 2 other short films. Brutal Kawaii was the first one that I released in 2015, and Senescent was the most recent one. That one I released in 2017. I think they both have some interesting parts, but overall, you know, like anyone who makes things, I'm kind of like, I look at them and all I see are the flaws, like how much better I could do it now, or if I had a team or the resources, because I want to be a writer and director of feature animated films. It's difficult for me on my own short films when I am rigging and animating. I'm not an animator, by the way, and lighting and, you know, filling every stage of the pipeline. It's hard for me to also keep focus on things like narrative structure and performance and how is the story coming out. Especially with Brutal Kawaii, which I made in 6 months, completely by myself, except for my brother who did the music. If I could start over from the ground, I totally would. But it's about 5-6 minutes long. That's kind of long for an animated film. My next one, Senescent, is 11 minutes long. That's a stupidly long short film for one person to do by themselves.
It's kind of just a long short film.
It is also a long short film. It doesn't even need to be that long of a short film, but it is for some reason. And that took me 2 years, pretty much working by myself to make. I had a friend, Gilbert, do some of the high detail sculpting for the digital models, but aside from that, it was all me and Caleb's magnificent score once again. So for our next 2 short films, I'm attempting to learn from my mistakes in the past and really just focus on the things that I believe are my strengths. So I'm proud to announce our next short film is going to be 1 to 2 minutes long. It's going to be very, very short, and it's going to be called
Nature Hates You. It's based on a kind of almost like a little poem that you wrote.
Like a children's book almost.
Yeah.
I'm a matte painter by trade, so it's going to be very environment-centric, very almost traditional looking aesthetic is what we're going for in terms of, so less like Pixar, maybe more closer to something like Paperman. And then I'll also be joined for the first time on this short film by Katie.
Hello. I will be working a lot on the production side of things.
Yeah, she's going to be she already has actually been helping me with a lot of the preliminary designs. So some of the concept art that you're seeing right now, very, very early, very, very rough, but I did want to show you sort of what we were thinking for the look of this film. And then we're also going to announce another short film on top of that. However, keep in mind, this is a ways off. The name of the short is Petal, and I'll put short in quotes because it's anywhere from 20 minutes to half an hour. It is, by my estimation, the best script I've ever written. It's a little science fiction, a little fantasy, but a whole lot of heart. It's about a family struggling to survive in a wasteland, but mostly about the relationship between a very young toddler-age girl and her mother, who's more of a warrior and is less comfortable being a parent, and the friction there. Now this one I don't want to do wrong, because I think the idea is so good and the script is so good that there's so much potential here. So we are going to spend a lot of time structuring it from the ground up, and I really want to get other artists involved. Eventually we'll be doing a Kickstarter, because for me, one of the worst possible things as a creator is to ask one of my friends, hey, I'm working on this short film, I really believe in it, I really love it, and I want you to believe in it and love it too, because I can't afford to pay you. Like that's such a terrible feeling.
It's great exposure.
Yeah, I hate that.
That sucks.
And I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to, but I'm going to try and mitigate that as much as possible by having a Kickstarter. So in order to run a successful crowdfunding campaign, We're going to need to continue building this channel. We're going to need to continue building awareness for it. And we are going to have to make sure that on our end, everything is in place so that once we're able to pull the trigger, we can make it quickly and efficiently and as beautiful and as moving a story as possible. So we're really taking our time with this one. Nature Hates You, we're expecting to come out. We don't have a release date set yet, but I think winter 2019 is probably a good goal. In terms of Petal, I would like to have the Kickstarter either the end of 2019 as well, or the beginning of 2020. We'll use Nature Hates You coming out as sort of an awareness push for that. So we're going to work very hard to make Nature Hates You as awesome and hilarious and beautiful as possible, so that when you see it, you know we're absolutely serious, and with a team and resources, we could make Petal as amazing as it could be. If you are an artist who might be interested on, oh my gosh, rigging or modeling or animating or storyboarding, like whatever you're good at, if you're interested in helping us out on Petal, drop us a line or head over to our website, www.thehungrycreatures.com, and fill out that contact form. We would love to take a look at your stuff. Yeah, stay tuned.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. If you didn't, don't. We rotate through a series of shows, so there's always something new for you. We also have 2 stores. There's the Hungry Creature Boutique and the Cool People Cool Store. Also, if you like the music you heard in this episode, check out Fractal Impulse on Facebook and Bandcamp and Instagram, whatever social media, and all that stuff. Yeah, cool. Bye.